Yeah, so I just had a little break. Gotta edited up the video of pulling this motor out. This motor. I got it all dressed up. They're gonna get the cooling fan. I don't need it. Getting the power steering pump. They're getting the air pump and all the hoses and package stuff. It's all dicked. Carburettor's back on there, which I'm gonna take off again because we gotta put the plate on it. So whoever buys it, they're gonna have to load it up. So we're gonna have to undo it unless they bring like 5 football players and they just hulk the whole thing into the back of the truck. Then, you know, more power to them. Couple things I gotta do before I just call it good. I need to tape up this and down there, and then plug up the 2 holes that are opened up there. I took that hose off there, or the little thing I had on the plug. That was all full of water. Don't know. Don't care anymore. The rain cleared up. It just poured down rain a little while ago, so that's why we put the hood back on. We just laid it in there. I didn't really attach it. But look at that. There's loads of room in here for this Cummins. This hood I'm actually going to remove or replace with a Cal induction hood. I'm doing the Cal induction hood to give extra clearance for this. Otherwise, it looks like I might have to take this and have it come to the front, or just reroute some other tube for it. So I'm going to get a Cal induction hood. They're actually relatively inexpensive. So I was going to get a new hood anyway, so I might as well get something cool. So it'll be a hood like, you know, this style, but then right here it's going to come up. It'll look cool. And then right on the sides we'll put 3.9 Cummins. I get my I'm gonna get the Cummins badge put right there. I have to look. So here's why you got to remove the V8 stands. The one on this side gets in the way of the starter. And this one here looks like he's gonna get right in the way of our where our block and our oil pan meet. So what will happen is we get the one removed. I'm thinking worst case scenario, if it's too much of a pain in the ass to get rid of the rivets, I say we come in here with the angle grinder and we just cut that right off there, and then that will give us room to cut the rivets off, and then we'll just unbolt it. So as you can see, it's probably another 4 or 5 inches up off that, so when this gets dropped down there'll be plenty of room for that tranny. But this will actually go back a little bit further. Something like right about here is where that finger would come up. It would come back here a little bit, but it looks like once it drops down we'll have plenty of room. Yeah, that looks cool. It wasn't too bad wrangling this thing in here. So we get some mounts going on here. We'll be able to get this thing in there. Is this like a joke or something? Now the bed's gonna just pour out water. Hey, my glasses. I hate when my glasses get wet. Okay. That thing is really sitting up high. What a great day to do a Cummins. Oh, it's great. Son of a bitch. So, yeah. Picking up life support. You've been charging for long enough. So, this is how it's supposed to sit. Well, this is supposed to be lined up with that. We got loads of room, loads of firewall clearance, and our transmission has plenty of room in there. And then it just stops. Yeah, it's just moving right over. It's just slowing down here, going right over there. We get little bits here and there, and so yeah. Look, I got it unhooked. It's just sitting in there. It's resting on these plates. This thing is actually, I'm sure he'll get in the way at some point when we actually go to mount it, but I'm just gonna cut the little bastard out. And then the mount here that's on this thing is kind of touching in there, and it's just resting on various points. It'll be elevated a little bit, probably an inch or two, so it'll have room to move around in there when we're romping on it. When this rain stops, I'm gonna put my thing on there and see what this thing looks like. It's ridiculous. Look at that. There's like loads of more room in here. Like, it's not even. Look at that. Got loads of room. Loads of room to work on it. Well, plenty of room for a mechanical fan. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that off, get a mount made for somewhere on this engine, and I'm gonna put a shock absorber in there so to help absorb its shakiness. And I think that'll work. I'll mount it somewhere at the top where it's got a lot of leverage. Maybe even right here. Get a little shock for like a Peterbilt cab. Mount it right in there, and then tie it in somewhere over here. I'm not worried about that brake booster getting water in there. I'm buying a new one. And this little ground right here, I'm just gonna grind a little spot right there, and I'm gonna put it right there on that intake manifold bolt. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. I'm happy. I put the engine in there, and the thing only sat down a very little amount. I mean, look how high it's still sitting up. Of course, you know, you gotta move it and stuff, but I don't think we'll have to do anything with springs. Yeah. Oh, I'm a happy camper. It's too bad this isn't a halfway decent E4OD. I would just get a different flywheel for an automatic transmission for this thing, and it'll bolt right up. The bell housing is the same for that one as it is on there, so I just verified that. We're good there. So I think now it's just selling this. Once we sell this, we can get our clutch and transmission and then mount the transmission in there. And I almost think the cross member is going to be just right for the tranny. We'll find out when we get it. I don't want to say anything for sure, but it looks like it. If we don't have to move that cross member or even make an extender, that's going to be freaking sweet. So, I got these little towels on here to keep her from getting too wet. I need another one to cover up the other side. And there's oh hey, this is what I wanted to figure out about a downpipe. I might be able to use the one that came with it, just modify it. Freaking rain, go away! I'll settle for clouds. I don't know if I mentioned this. I may have mentioned it, but cut it out. But I was saying that my heater hoses will fit this engine. They do. Look at that. Comes right in here. It's the same setup. You know, you have the hot out and then your cold in. Going into there. Yeah, fit perfectly. This is an okay angle. It's gonna probably rub there, so I'll put a plastic thing over it, or I'll just zip tie it in there or something. And then this guy here, you know, he's got a little bit on there. I might cut him down a little bit and have him take some of this out here. But look at that. That's cool. My heater hoses will work. I actually, instead of making a longer one, I actually had to cut material off. So that would not be up here and have such a bend on it. Wow. Throttle cable. A little short. At least it'll be straight and not like all at a curve. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this plastic and crap off here. And then take this cable, and we'll get one of those cable things and just wrap it around and cinch it in there. And then what I'll do is get some longer bolts and some sleeves and move this back a little bit, and then this will actually lock down in there. I think it will. Maybe, maybe not. We'll make it work. We'll do something. Maybe I'll get a carburetor plate and we'll attach it to here somewhere. We'll figure something out for throttle cable. Wow. It's just happening so fast. It's got a good return spring on it. I don't know, that should have like a real nice pedal. Yeah, we're gonna cut some of this plastic off so we can get full action there. Yeah. You're right. Can you set the? Yeah, you can adjust the idle. How do you? Oh, let's check the timing. I don't know. How do you check the timing on this thing? I don't know, man. This is why we bought this, so we can learn from it. So yeah, the hoses work. We just gotta find something for this. I need this is a 2-inch outside diameter. I need it to go to a 1.5 inch radiator. Maybe I can stretch it. You think that's safe? And then on this one here, or at least on the V8, I believe that's 2-inch. This is 2.5. So I don't know if I can stretch my radiator hose to make that fit. But I'll have to have something come this way and then have an elbow and then go this way, an elbow, and come up and then attach. Maybe I could just get some pipe, broke good high quality metal pipe, and just have a piece come off the radiator, have it, you know, be a 2-inch, and then it comes and it's stretched out to 2.5 on the end. Or I'm sorry, it'll have the elbow same size as that, and then it'll go to a 2.5 outside diameter, and then you'll have a new 2.5 inch coupler there. We might have to do something like this, like that, and then we might be able to. Now I don't want to stretch it because it was just dicked. We'll have to do something for this. A little piece of pipe, a coupler when it's flared. This way over to the radiator. Just a straight piece of pipe. I don't know. I gotta find this stuff out. I'm just more worried about getting this thing made it to a tranny, mounted, solid and secured to the frame, and then I'll worry about the other stuff. But yeah, I'm happy about this. At least that was the same size. Too bad you just can't screw these out and replace them with a different size. Yep. Man.
The end.
What? What?